So Mima Ito with her very spectacular serves. I'd say these are the two most spectacular servers, the most iconic servers in the women's game currently. Ding Ning with a reverse tomahawk serve. Mima Ito with her shovel, her scorpion, everything else. Not too satisfied with her third ball here, but tactically, I think this is what we're going to see from Mima Ito. A lot of short rallies, a lot of very aggressive play early. You can see the difference and hear the difference in both sides of the racket from Mima Ito. Again, she's the only player with any pips. The backhand side of her racket, the red side is short pips, Moristo SP. So there's going to be less rotation on the ball. There's a bending backhand side spin to go with the top spin, making it awkward for Ding Ning. Look at this receive. Now Ding Ning has a wide wingspan. You can see the difference in the level there. That's always a good sign for pips to recognize anyway, for those of you a little newer to the sport. I'm gonna say Ding Ning has a wide wingspan, especially compared to that Mima Ito. This is what she hopes for. Mima Ito wins the point on the third ball or with the service outright when she gets into her shovel serves. Contact in near the body, a lot of racket speed. Makes it very subtle, the difference in spins. Forehand flip kill. 5-1 at the first towel break. For Mima Ito fans of Japan are simply fans of table tennis that want to see more of a challenge for the top Chinese women. This might be quite exciting, but it could be recovered fairly quickly. That win over Ding Ning in Sweden was pretty mind-blowing. Shovel serve of her own. Wow. It just reminds me of Mima Ito in Sweden. Japan as well. She was incredible last year. Just incredible. But Sweden, dominant. This one gets away a good opportunity for an 8-1 lead. Still a 5-point lead for Mima Ito. Started to describe earlier the difference in shots from the forehand and backhand, but there's going to be a big difference in pace and rotation when Mima Ito plays with both sides of the racket. There she even slows one down with the backhand, intentionally takes some pace off. Not that anything out there is unintentional other than a net or an edge for Mima Ito. Goyen in the corner, former Chinese national team player. Been doing a bit of coaching now for the Chinese team. Warning on the scorpion. Was hidden by your head. Ooh.
7-5.
The warning was the ball was hidden by your head. Very clear wording. Out of reach, drives Mima Ito away from the table. Remember when it could have been 8-1 for Mima Ito? You might have thought, well, it's just 1 point. She's up 7-2 still. Well, she was. 7-6, 1 point in the lead still. That is tough. Starting as dominantly as Mima Ito did. The quick attacks, finishing the points right away. I mean, they've been relatively quick points, and they will be with Mima Ito. She doesn't want the long rallies here that would favor Ding Ning. 7 in a row. Just a little bit later in the timing than she's used to. Mima Ito not able to control the point.
Net 8-7.
Perfectly. A serve that's difficult sets up the third ball. It's difficult for Mima Ito to attack this. 64, It's the highest speed we've seen in these games so far. Well, it stopped at 7 for Mima Ito. 3 game points for Ding Ning on the receive now. 10 points in a row for the Queen of Hearts. Down 1-7, it was looking grim for a moment. I haven't seen this, I can't remember. I want to say Feng Tianwei Japan Open, was that 2014? She went on to win the next 3 points in the following game. So looking at the statistics on the screen between games 1 and 2, Mima Ito twice as likely to go to the backhand of Ding Ning than anywhere else on the table.
To serve. Level.
Service-wise, I can't remember. I want to say it was a fairly good mix. A lot on the middle of the table for a second bounce. 11 points in a row for Ding Ning. But who's counting? Japanese English of 12, Chweru. Just missed timing this here, catching the edge of the racket. You know, for me, Ding Ning really made a comeback, made quite a statement last year. Watching her play the Bulgaria Open in 2018 versus One Ja and the others, I just couldn't believe how well Ding Ning was playing.
3-1.
And the streak has been broken. It was a similar situation for Feng Tianwei, 14 points in a row. Here it was 13 in a row for Ding Ning. Beautiful backhand right down the line. Surprise factor 100. Okay, a little less than 100, but close. This is a good answer to a shot like this. You've got Mima Ito with short pitch on the backhand side, which means if she uses the backhand, there's going to be less rotation. Keep it deep, keep it low. If Mima Ito gets it a little higher inside the table, wow.
3-4.
She can do that to it. With either side of the racket. I mean, that's her game. That's part of the reason it's so dangerous. Spin from the backhand, flat hit from behind the table, 73. That was 10 kilometers per hour faster than Ding Ning's fastest forehand that we saw on the radar, at least according to the radar. Wouldn't surprise me. Again, the power in that flat shot from Mima Ito. Just crazy. Banana split to set up the fourth ball. Ito missing the counter. Interesting on her backswing how high the racket is. That means it's going to be a very flat shot. Missing the contact on the second ball. Solid counter. Ding Ning with the racket high, guiding it back in the blocking game. Bo Yun satisfied in the corner. Get that first one back, she has to have the face of the racket so open against that flat hitting shot. Very few players block that into play. Tough one here for Ito. I don't think I've seen that serve in a tournament before. It's the second time this tournament that I've seen her high toss serve, but it was a tomahawk. I really didn't know what we were going to get. I thought it was going to be a shovel serve off the high toss. From behind the table, Mima Ito winning with the forehand. Don't expect we'll see a ton of that, but it's something. Gets her within 3. Longer rally than Mima Ito would like. Again, Mima Ito, the greatest threat to the Chinese domination right now. Still, a ways to go. Remember, she's 2-9 against Ding Ning. Right into the body, good backhand here to the shorter side of the table. That flick of the wrist, the backhand 50 kilometers per hour with Ding Ning near the table. Beautiful forehand as well, ties it up at 8 points apiece. 3 in a row now at least for Mima Ito. I remember seeing 5-8 down. 72, just one shy of her 73 kilometer per hour shot before. Surprise placement deep to the backhand, one the other way. Ito on a streak. If she can secure this game, it changes things a bit, but remember, last time she beat Ding Ning, she was down 0-2 in games, started off down 0-5, and then was down 4 game points, 6-10. Didn't lose a game after that moment. Flat forehand goes long, that's the risk. Ding Ning bringing the heavy spin deep on the table. Mima Ito trying to close for the flat shots. Fine balance. She spins it when she needs to, but I think she's right to play the flat shots when she can. Ding Ning deep to the corner, protects her. It's game point here. 1 point away from that 2-0 lead that she had in Sweden. Last time they played was Qatar at the Qatar Open, and Ding Ning won 4-0. Beautiful forehand. Ito sends it to deuce, extra points now. Tied up at 10 apiece. The reptile exhale. Ding Ning still hasn't brought out the reverse tomahawk serve. Looks like we're gonna get a shovel here. Almost saves from the middle. Ito with a very risky shot, slapping it deep to the backhand corner. Game point for the 18-year-old Japanese sensation, Mima Ito. Special serve, kicking topspin. What's it gonna be? Sure was not, but didn't matter. Mima Ito secures it, 12-10. 1 game apiece. The drama continues and the plot continues to thicken here. We're tied up, it's an even playing field. We'll be back for game number 3 right after this.
Third game, Ito to serve, level.
Back for game number 3, Mima Ito with the serve after a bit of momentum taking game number 2. Remember, game number 1, she was up 7-1. Lost 13 points in a row, which continued. Took more than 1 game to get 13 points in a row. As it does.
1-0.
thinking about how dominant Wang Man-yu can be and how she's the future of the sport.
Fault.
Ooh,
It was hidden.
I'd love to see that one again.
1-all.
Interesting, interesting. Ball behind the head was the call. She was warned before. Have to find either other ways to execute that serve or other serves. What a receive. Backhand to the absolute length of the table. That's an outstanding way to respond to a false service, which is actually hers. I was gonna say her fault, pun intended. I don't want it to sound like a blame thing, just a possession thing, really. Mima Ito, one of a few players. Oh, here we go.
Let 3-1.
This wins the point outright for so many.
4-1.
Third ball does it. Having a creative serve, look at that. It's like a reveal. Like the pearl inside the oyster. She's like, you want to see what I've got here? This little pearl, it's a D40 plus. Oyster's open serve. And the stingy third ball attack. 5-1 is impressive. Not as impressive as 7-1. Or coming back to win 11-7 when you're down 1-7. Hypothetically. Hina Hayata, another player who's got some very unusual serves now. Good standard pressure from Ding Ning. Serve just drifting off the table in a deep corner. As you remember between games, it showed that Ding Ning was playing more than half of her shots to the middle of the table.
6-2.
Which means that even though her player has a very short wingspan, relatively, Ding Ning would rather get a shot from the middle of the table to take away some power, get Mima Ito slightly out of position, potentially. Oh, what a shot. Counters it back to the corner of the table. Again, to get this ball back into play, period, is tough enough, but to the perfect corner of the table. Watch the placement. Kill shot, nope, that was. Ito does not want to be there. Far behind the table, trying to spin to stay in the point. As solid as Mima Ito is, as incredible as her feeling is, it's a huge disadvantage for someone of her stature to be way behind the table. Just missing the back edge. 5-1 up, 6-5 up. Hanging on to that lead is tough against the Queen of Hearts. Almost a magic point for Ding Ning. Gets the stingy flat hit back into play. I don't even remember everything that happened. That shot deep on the table, ripping backhand, goes just long. A fearless attempt from Ding Ning. That's the type of pressure that Mima Ito is going to have to contest with out here consistently. Out here to shut down again. These serves, Ding Ning must be very well prepared. Video analysis, talking with coaches. Mima Ito, the most studied player outside of China. This one to get away from Mima Ito. Really a tough break for Ito. That's part of the game when you're playing flat hits. The percentages are simply lower. But she manages to make a shockingly high percentage of them. You know that's disappointing for her, though, considering how many she's made throughout. Ding Ning in the lead by 1 now. And the crowd goes. I think I was supposed to say that earlier, right before they go Ding Ning Jayo. There's the receive, the backhand cross court. Not the first time we've seen that one from Ito. Racket head up high. That is not a 25 km/h shot, I'm sorry. I'm not the human radar, but it's gotta be much faster than that. Cleaning up the leftovers. Ding Ning recognizes the shred coming off the table. Scorpion's tail sits up just a little bit, and a full swinging forehand for Ding Ning. There it is, the kick. Not even proper contact, the edge of the racket. I was wondering when we were gonna see the kick serve. She comes down low for the contact, pulls up right at the point of contact, but it looks like a wraparound. It's tough to read. I know, Ding Ning, I know. It's frustrating when you miss contact to receive, especially when you recognize that it's topspin, but it's too late. It's already changed position, it's already kicked on you. Ooh, game point for a 2-1 lead. Crucial moment here. Remember, she came back from 0-2, 6-10 down. So anything's possible for Mima Ito, but she is also winning less than 20% of her matches against Ding Ning after 11 times playing. Ding Ning fan club in the crowd. Two characters that even if you don't read Chinese, there's a decent chance you'd recognize. Stays on the side of the table that Mima Ito would hope for. Game point once again to the 18-year-old Japanese sensation. Escaped through this game. Are they easy shots? Absolutely not. For Mima Ito, I feel like these are just standards for her. Going into a little hand clap activity there. The kick serve again, not contacted properly. It's got to be so fast and it's got to jump so much that the Queen of Hearts, world #1, has missed it twice in a row. Not just missed by a little, hasn't even contacted it properly. Hits the edge of the racket. Ito's serve. Can't wait for the YouTube videos. The study of Ito's serves. There are just so many to go around. Game point Ito. Once again, fended off, saved by the Queen of Hearts. You're gonna see a third kick serve here. Wouldn't be surprised. Good placement this time in, more on the body, follows up with the attack. Fast topspin serve. Ding Ning stays closed, but still, the receive didn't shut down the third ball. Contact was made properly though. I think because it was in front of Ding Ning, it was a backhand. A little bit easier to control rather than the kick serve to the forehand. But nice change of placement for Mima Ito, game point again. For Mima Ito to secure this game. We all know how important game #3 is right now. It's a best of 7. 70 km/h from behind the table, sneaking it past out of reach. Cho. As in how Cho. Rumor has it. Fourth deuce point.
Let 13-all.
Oh, a break off the net for Ding Ning. She survives the strong shots. These are the times. It's so important. I think Ding Ning just showed an apology for the net ball. But her fist clenched right now because she knows she's in danger. It wasn't that long ago that Mima Ito came back to beat Ding Ning. So now game point for Ding Ning on her serve. First time I can recall been mostly game points for Mima Ito. And this time she escapes a little bit off the top of the net as well. Ito with the quick apology. Yeah, I can't remember Ding Ning having the game point after 10-9 for Ito. Doesn't mean it didn't happen. A wave of apology. 14-all. This game will have at least 30 points in it. Ding Ning too strong in the placement. Ito's ball just missing the edge of the table here. Game point again for Ding Ning. Look at this delivery, like a can opener. Top and side spin, Ding Ning reads it perfectly. Queen of Hearts with the advantage. Parallel forehand, the ball will not come down. Beautiful finisher from Mima Ito to save another game point. Timeout. Mima Ito with the timeout. Coach Mott's in the corner, 75 kilometers per hour. Look at that. Ding Ning just had her foot above her head by about 2 feet. I mean, it was 1 foot above her head by 2 feet. Or if you're in the metric part of the world, maybe some other measurement that's more universal. Mima Ito, what's the conversation gonna be? The backhand cross court, well, it's her serve now. Mima Ito, that is. That kick serve out to the forehand hasn't been returned in the last 2 times she's tried it. Well, whether you understand Mandarin or not, I think you can all speak body language, and Guoyang right now had a whole lot to say quite confidently to Ding Ning about receive. I'd imagine not overdoing it, but if it comes wide to the forehand, covering, closing, flicking deep to the backhand, into the middle, we will see Ito with the serve out of the timeout, 15-all. Not exactly the start Ito wanted. Had to go wide to the forehand to reach for this ball. Again, wingspan is not to her advantage. Ding Ning, after getting a receive in at the body, took control, and once again, it is game point for Ding Ning. This is so important for Ito to take this game because her lifeline has been pulled. Ding Ning cannot withstand this dart and arrow. Comes right back in. Ito with the stingy forehand, stepping way around for that backhand. That is dangerous in terms of positioning. Ding Ning has definitely returned a lot of these flatter shots. There it is. Mima Ito on the step around, finds the wide angle. Finds the wide angle. Think about how many game points Mima Ito has had so far. I would guess she's had approximately, I don't know, 70% of the game points in this game from 10-9. Ding Ning's had just a few. Oh, and a service error. A tough way to end, but it is going to be a very good thing for Mima Ito's side that the timeout was not used in vain. She secures a 2-1 lead. A head-shaking moment for Ding Ning. She's down 1-2, but this is far from over. Enjoy the highlights. Stick around. Game number 4 coming up right after this.
接没有问题啊。
Crowd, where are you? This is Ding Ning Stadium. Not so long ago, we heard Ding Ning, Jayo, Jayo, Ding Ning from almost everybody in the stadium at once. The way it tends to go for the fans is one person says Ding Ning, everyone else says Jayo. And that same person says Jayo, everyone else says Ding Ning, but there was almost nothing between games there. I'm wondering when we're gonna see the reverse tomahawk serve. She tends to save it for later in the match or when she's in trouble. Against foreigners, it tends to work better than against her Chinese teammates. Edge of the table, Ding Ning with the apology with the first point. After a marathon game number 3. Ding Ning down 1-2 right now. Good step around here. Ito taking a little bit of a risk. Remember, at her size, when she steps around for anything, it leaves a big amount of responsibility to get back and cover the rest of the table. I think a lot of people watching this, as players yourselves, probably think what it'd be like to be out there right now. And I'm thinking about when I watch Mima Ito serve. She's remembering the call for a moment to make sure she doesn't block with her head. She's done that very well here so far. With the timing, again, just about net height. Backhand 52 kilometers per hour. Seems much more reasonable than 25. Just incredible. Really, if this were in Japan right now, the stadium would be exploding. This is what happens when you're beating the hometown favorite, or at least the national pride. Ding Ning, the most celebrated player in the game. Oh, 2 bounces on the table for a drop. That was crazy. Ding Ning lobbed it, sky lob, turned around completely here. Spin like a superhero, one more smacked way wide with the short pips. That is such a difficult shot to do. Ito, oh my goodness, the feeling. I thought for sure she'd put that one into the net. Well, a little bit late for my call, but really the one before, just crazy impressive. Ito with another drop, this time with the inverted rubber. It's quite different. Again, she can use the short pips effectively to drop and take the pace off the ball. But there, she shows like she's going to attack. And at the last moment, holds up the racket. Loose grip to take the pace off the ball. Very smart play, perfect execution from Ito. It's taking a lot to win the points there.
Let 3-5.
How can you not love this? Back edge of the table for Ito, a bit of fortune, but the quality of play right now, Ito was completely out of position when she was fooled on that serve, still managed to chase it down, and not the typical Ito flat hit from the forehand, but a loop on the run. Heavy spin, comes back with a backhand side spinning shot. Awkward, stingy and powerful and fast. I mean, anything. Ito is so capable. A little more proof in the pudding here. My goodness. Step around forehand kill shot. 73 does not surprise me. Will we see higher than that later with Xu Xin playing? Maybe. Remember, Ito is playing this game right now for a 3-1 lead. Up 7-4, she was up 7-1 in game 1. It wasn't enough. Brilliant play from Ding Ning, covering the wide wings. That wingspan can, even away from the table. She can get back in. Good catch, too. Not worth anything, except some kudos, some cool points. Stretching out the ankles a little bit, trying to keep the blood flowing. Avoid any cramping out there right now. Stay loose. Ito on the receive, just 2 points ahead. Not sure what was said in the crowd, but it got me laughing. Ding Ning within 1 point. Is that 3 in a row for Ding Ning? Survives many awkward shots there. Side spin off the short pips. Ding is able to fend off the first one, bring it back, and force Mima Ito to take a similar low percentage shot that she's made a very high percentage of throughout this match. Table for Mima Ito, the right side for Ding Ning. Now again, if I remember correctly, and Ding Ning was down 3-7. She's got 6 points in a row at least. On the trot, my friends in England. Good receive here. Under and side spin from Ito deep on the table, and the timeout on Ding Ning's side now. Coach Guoyan in the corner. Again, that awkward receive. She mixes it up so well, Mima Ito.
就记住，他要不然就连你一下，要不然就这么掰你一下。你现在想好那个旋转，人别退，顺势往前拉一下就拼命，就往前合，绝对不能等。
Go freely for the top spin when the side spin's coming in. If I had to guess. You know what I haven't seen in a while from that racket of Mima Ito? A backhand receive punched way out wide to the forehand cross court.
想好了就拉，绝对别一板过，拉完注意连续就可以了啊！他真拍你就是自然反应。
Interestingly enough, Ding Ning has played a lot of her serves into the middle and backhand side of the table. When it's deep to the backhand, if it's topspin right at the baseline, it makes it less easy. Makes it far more difficult for Mima Ito to play a high percentage shot with less rotation coming off the backhand. Remember, by equipment alone, the backhand requires a little bit more height on the ball, because it generates less spin. We'll see what comes out here. Still not a reverse tomahawk serve yet from the Queen of Hearts. The bridges have been kicked out, no timeouts left. Step around for the forehand. A merciless step around shot. Mima Ito ties it up. From 7-3 up to 7-9 down, 76 kilometers per hour. It's the new high that I've seen so far on the radar. Forget spin, I've got speed, says Ito. Once again, and a chole. I can't remember the last time I heard Mima Ito say chole. Maybe I misheard it. Game point for Mima Ito. Serve on her side. Wins this point, goes up 3-1. Trying to stay calm out there, the Rise smile. Backhand attack does not come down. Ding Ning survives, sends it to deuce in game number 4. Good depth on the table for the receive, the flick right at the baseline. Head scratcher indeed. Still staying positive though. The Japanese tradition for the women's team. A lot of positivity.
Play.
is anything like game 3, we're still about midway through the game right now, but 1 point away for Ding Ning to secure a 2-2 tied up score. A bullet. Chole once again, second Chole for Mima Ito. Even variety in the vocalization, positive head nods, beautiful view here from the side. Chole. Chole. First you take the cho, then you put it with the lei. Mima Ito ties it up, 11 points apiece. Ding Ning, still no reverse tomahawk in play. That is so fast, like a whip. The elbow leads, moves in, and the wrist comes after that. Again, really like a whip. I'd love to see how that one clocked in. How many kilometers per hour? Either way, it's 12-11. Mima Ito again with a game point. Second game point this game.
Left, 12-11.
Pressure is on for Mima-chan. Ooh, she recovers the net, hangs in there, keeps it in play. 13-11, Mima Ito goes up 3-1. It is not over yet, but she's got the Queen of Hearts sweating bullets right now. We'll see what happens. Game number 5 could be the last. Mima Ito versus the 3-time world champion, world number 1, Queen of Hearts, Ding Ning. Stay right here. Game 5 coming up right after this.
Fifth game, Ito to serve, level.
Indeed, game number 5, Mima Ito to serve. After game number 1, it looked like at 7-1 up, there could be domination here.
Let, level.
Quite a recovery from Ito to go up 3-1 after losing that 7-1 lead.
Let, level.
Outright service point for Ito. Just goes to show you the power of mental focus. Again, you can't change the past. Lin Gaoyuan can't undo what happened in 2017. But what he can do is come back from down 5-10 in 2019 against one of the greatest threats to the Chinese team. Short side of the table and a suffocating smash off the bounce. Ito, no time for this one to rise. Stunts its growth, catches it young. Sends it wide the other way, 78 kilometers per hour. Well now, solid start, but again, we saw a 6-point lead deeper in the game that disintegrated at the hands of Ding Ning. Inside out forehand to the deep corner, the serve setting up the third ball. Ding Ning is in trouble. Doesn't mean it's over. Bullets left and right. These are the highest numbers we've seen on screen from the radar, all coming from the smallest player on court. Forehand flip kill again, not a point dropped at the first towel break. An intense, positive encouragement from the corner. But you can feel the body language from Coach Matsuzaki. Is this don't loosen up, don't relax, keep the focus. We know that a 6-point lead isn't enough. It's not over yet. First point for Dingning, she's on the scoreboard. Side spin. Mima Ito brought in the forehand, the tomahawk shot there. See one more time. It was the shot before this. Heavy side spin. Why? She says. I set it up well. I've made this shot before. Backhand goes just long. What was 6-0 becomes 6-3. 3 in a row quickly for Dingning. No timeouts left, remember. How wide the stance is of Dingning, more than half the table. And the service error, the ball goes long. Now timing-wise, if you had to pick, if you had to choose, I would choose Mima Ito's service error for timing rather than Dingning's. Down 16-17 in game 3, a pivotal moment. It just shows the pressure of how precise the serves need to be. 5 on the drop. Queen of Hearts within danger zone. Still haven't seen the reverse tomahawk come out. I think she's going to go as far in this match as she can without it.
Let 5-6.
Steady third ball pressure here. A safe serve to get a ball that's way less than 70 kilometers per hour from Mima Ito. And with the third ball in, long serve right to the baseline with topspin forces Ito into a slightly more passive shot. Soft hands from Dingning to leave it inside the table. 7 points in a row from down 0-6. This is why you can't stop watching. You just never know what's going to happen. Ito on the run saves the point. A bit to hush the crowd, get a bit of clamor going. Crowd on the edge of their seats right now. Bottom challenge a little bit more to the middle of the table here. I think if Dingning serves us deep to the backhand corner, Ito turns and plays it inside out cross court, but the placement caused a little bit of indecision as Dingning is there to cover the wings of the table.
8-0.
So here, without turning the corner, Ito still had a slightly more decisive shot. Don't know if the apology was for slight net. 8 points apiece. Outright service point, and Ito up by 1. One more serve. She converts this. She's set up with 2 game points and match points at that. Outright service point again. Top and side spin. An exhale of stress for Dingning. Give me a moment here. Ito getting herself ready on the receive. Her receive game has been strong when she goes aggressive. Ooh, heavy side. I was wondering if we'd see her bring some side in. I'd love to see the facial expression and reaction again of Mima Ito. No question there was disapproval there. Looked like a tongue out. She's made that receive very effectively to win other matches. Many points throughout this tournament. Second match point for Mima Ito on the receive. The 18-year-old does it. Mima Ito takes down Ding Ning for the third time in her career. She is 3-9, but she is doing it under pressure at a platinum event in front of the home crowd, the China Open. Mima Ito is upping her game. 4 games to 1 to respond to a loss 0-4 in Qatar not long ago, just leading into the World Championships. Is Mima Ito back? Well, she's in the semifinals. Oh yeah, boogie it down. Congratulations, Mima Ito. The tournament is far from over, but one major hurdle has been jumped. 4 games to 1 for world rank number 7. Enjoy some service placement stats and a few words from Mima Ito to follow. An interview with the player who has just taken out world rank number 1 in the quarterfinals, Mima Ito. Omedetou gozaimasu, congratulations. And let's hear what Mima Ito has to say as she makes her way out of the corner. A brief debriefing, cleaning the racket quickly to make sure that it's put back in its case with no dust on the top sheet, ready for action later on. But that'll be it today for Mima Ito. We have 2 men's matches to follow. Timo Boll versus Xu Xin next. And following that, Ma Long versus Fang Zhendong. A lot to talk about still, but a survivor in the women's game. One of the last standing, and as soon as I get internet, I'll tell you, but possibly the last standing non-Chinese player in the women's game, Mima Ito. And now, down on court with Mima Ito for a little interview.
Okay, now we have Mima Ito with us. Congratulations to next round. 恭喜你进入下一轮. And we all know that Ding Ning is a very strong opponent, and playing against her isn't that easy, but you made it. How you comment on today's performance? 我们都知道丁宁是非常强大的一个对手，跟他打比赛注定不是特别容易。但你今天赢了这场比赛，你对自己的表现有什么样的评价？
おめでとうございます。今回の試合は、丁寧さんとの試合なので、丁寧さんはすごい選手なので、今回の試合はどう思いますか？
はい、1ゲーム目からとても難しい展開で私がリードしてもやっぱ丁寧選手は追いついてきて、そして2ゲーム目は私が挽回することができて、本当に一本一本取るのがものすごく難しい選手でもあって、本当に1点をどう取るかっていうのはすごく考えました。
是的，丁宁确实是一位非常强力的对手。第一局呢，我虽然说是领先了，但是后面被他追上来了。第二局一开始是我领先，但是后面又被他扳回了。真的是每一分获得的都非常的不容易。我每一分都要思考很久，怎么去获得这一分。
Ito says the match is that easy, and she has to focus on each ball to make sure it's top quality. In the first game she won, but later Dini just chased up, so she was very happy to win the game. It's not a very easy game. Okay, thank you very much. Congratulations.
Well, there you have it, Muzukashi. Indeed, it was very difficult, but she managed to do it 4 games to 1. Game number 3, quite crucial in the turning point there. 18-16 for Mima Ito. Game number 1 to recover from a loss after being up 7-1. And losing 13 points in a row shows incredible determination and focus, mental stability from the young Mima Ito, and she's only getting better. You'll have a chance to watch her continue in the tournament, but stay right here because coming up next, we've got, as China calls him, Boar, Timo Boll versus the Cloudwalker, the showman, Xu Xin. It should be spectacular, and it's coming up right after this.